think we're more so onto the mid pick.
Nisha's been playing a lot of DK. They will go with an OD.
Another save for the Chrono.
The old OD, a lot of cool combos that they have here, potentially. As GH is making his way to the mid lane, has the Avatos available. Will toss back into Weehaw with that Rocket Barrage doing massive damage. And Weehaw ends up getting the first blood as a result. Puppy a little bit too late to Tsunami. Really appreciate that.
He knows.
Homing missile into the mid lane. Nisha not able to get off the
didn't
Astro
banish
in time.
in time.
Arrow's going to whiff as well. The Rocket Barrage is more than enough damage to take out that pesky mid laner. But Chronosphere onto 2. Miracle's made his transition over. They're going to find a second kill for Team NIGMA. Control also in the vicinity.
Yeah, he has Yule.
Yule into Arrow, connects, but there's not going to be any follow-up right now. As a Chronosphere onto just Nisha. Looks like the Blood Right will be there as well to finish him off with ease. And just like that, Secret now on the run. Yapzor has to use that Moonlight Shadow, attempting to TP out. Atos is there. And Blood Right to follow. Oh, leaps out though. Do they have vision? Another sentry placed. Oh, wait, what? What? They're literally right next to him. Okay, he's gonna run right into them.
There's no way.
After his leg, I'll make it a little bit easier for you guys. Although Stampede is there, Atos to follow. Looks like he will finally. No, he's still alive. Mind Control finally gets the right click off of mid lane. Is really where the fight is right now. Miracle cleaved down. Puppy using that heal to high effect. GA a little bit too late as they lose both the Gyro and the Void in mid.
What's it called? Valorant as well.
No. Maybe occasionally. Puppy, he looks like he finds Kuroki, but the Heavenly Grace is there. Arrow does connect onto Mind Control. I thought that might have hit the Troll Summoner, but instead it was Mind Control. Gets off the Rupture, getting extremely low, but the Star Summon will not finish him off. The Chronosphere onto 2 heroes. Weehaw just in range for the Rocket Barrage as well, as Zai is taking the brunt of the damage here. But now Miracle in a lot of trouble. Looks like he's getting Life Drain. Will have to Time Walk out, but there's the Avatos into the Blood Right again. Matu trying to cleave his way out of this, but it's not to be this time around. Nisha, looks like they'll find 1 kill on the back end, and it was Weehaw, but it's a 3-for-1. And Yapzor might be the 4th. We'll sidestep a bit. Does have 1 leap available, but the bash is there, and that is now a 1-for-4 for Team Nick. 2 levels of B-Gen aura. That time for him, but GH links in.
If they chrono him,
into the chrono, into the air, just like you were talking about, Cinderin.
He's fine.
That BKB gets the Astral off onto the Void. Still has Sanity's Eclipse to work with. Has 8 stacks right now of the charges. Miracle attempting to run away now, but Matu looks like he'll be chased a little bit here, but the damage applied to OD is out of control. They're going to be able to find that kill with ease. It's a 2-for-0 now. All said and done. Matu attempting to TP out. Will be successful with that BKB. Homing Missile on its way for Yapzor. And with GH here, that's going to be another easy one.
He was not
a little bit of turnaround here.
Uh-oh.
Bye. Atos into Homing Missile, into Call Down as well. Puppy might be keeping into his potential death. Gets off the Decrepify on himself, and it's going to take extra damage as a result. Will die shortly after. And now Zai looks to be next on the list. Secret are just crumbling all of a sudden. Still the tier 1 is up. I think they'll be able to get that, although it's very healthy. Yeah. We'll see how that works. I'm sure they're going to try to make that work a little bit better this time around. Miracle still has a DD, just hit level 20.
This is an unexpected smoke, by the way.
Chronosphere on Tanisha.
Really nice.
Well, it's a good thing he didn't have Aegis, honestly. That would have felt like a waste, because he would have died twice almost certainly.
Yeah. That's such a good play call, because you still have a dead Tiny, but you have some key information. Zai showed bottom to push out that wave, and you see the OD and you know it doesn't have Aegis, so you just immediately
They're actually going to fight this. There's no buyback available.
Really good E-Blade.
is going to get push stomp again, double stun, enough to take out that pesky Omni Knight. And there's a Stormhammer again onto Miracle. Does he actually have enough damage to finish off Miracle? Doesn't look like it, but he will have enough to take out Weehaw. Beautiful fight for Secret, despite being 1 man down from the beginning of this fight. But they knew that Chronosphere is down, of course. Mind Control forced out the BKB. Yapzor pursuing, very little mana to speak of. And it's always interesting.
I mean, there is a craggy coat, so you should probably
deep inside the base is Matu. Buyback is available for Weehaw. Matu still has the BKB and Aegis, of course. Has a full Satanic as well. Chronosphere now on to 3. They're going to be able to take out Pugna very easily. Gyro buys back in the game. Misha pops the BKB on the backside. Centaur actually uses his ult while ruptured, but will be fine for now. Miracle continue to get right-click. Arrow connects into the Sanity's Eclipse and double edge. That is enough to take out Miracle. 80 seconds on the deck. Meanwhile, Matu continuing to do so much damage on the backside. He is 1v3ing right now while his team is attempting to take racks. Matu still with the Aegis, by the way. But he is the building taker. Yeah, into the literal fountain he goes. He will drop, and the Aegis expires during that. Oh my lord. Typical Matu style. You love to see it, depending on your perspective, of course.
I mean, it's entertaining no matter who you're cheering for, right?
It's true. Well, not always.
It's one of the crazier items in a way. Oh, they found
Miracle's
Matu.
gonna jump in with that Chrono
He's gonna get
Sphere.
saved. So, this is not a good engage from NIGMA.
For now.
This can't
GH
possibly
on
be good.
completely wrong side of the river right now. He's just getting right-click down very easily. Matu still has the BKB as well. GA is gonna be popped, but Tiny just gets cleaved down easily. Nisha in the meantime pops the BKB. Still has the cheese. Arrow's not gonna connect, and now NIGMA on the run. GH buys back into the game. Zai has already used the Stampede. Matu just getting healed from the backside. Puppy with the Aether Lens can stay from a distance. Bloodright looks like it'll connect. Matu has to pop the Satanic in addition. Actually has the Leveler in his inventory as well. Sanity's Eclipse is there. Is this going to be enough to take out anybody right now? As GH bought back into the game. Miracle, a lot of damage mitigation now, but he's getting right-click from Nisha on the backside. They do find the Sven, and Nisha looks to be next.
Yes,
no
cheese.
Sanity's Eclipse. Pops the cheese, but he's completely outnumbered right now. Yapsor trying to jump in. Kuroki saving mind control again. Zai trying to help his teammate out. Nisha continuing to right-click. Weeha staying alive throughout all of this. Ups the E-Blade on himself. The Puppy finally gets that kill. Miracle looks to be next. So Secret starting to come back in this fight despite losing Sven relatively early on. It's a 1-for-3 if you want to count that buyback onto G8.
Backpack for now. It is really good on him. It's double Satanic BKB and GDS.
Hook stomp initiation, but there. Oh, the arrow connects after the fact. He's in a lot of trouble. As Matu just destroys Kuroki.
Refresher.
And another Stormhammer to finish off a couple more. 3 dead in the blink of a freaking eye. Now Miracle all alone. Gonna have to dodge that arrow. Gets Stormhammered from the backside. There's the hoof stomp, and there is the damage.
And he did. And then he's dead.
That God Strength with that Refresher Shard, as GGs are called. I mean, with this Leveler intact, they take these buildings so freaking fast. As GG is called, so game 1 goes to Secret. And we talked about how the OD was a bit of a... I mean, it makes sense, but we just don't see it as often anymore. And it's kind of cool that it worked out quite well for Secret as a result.
Yeah, like I said going into the game, I just loved their draft. I thought it was super cool, and I thought, like, if anything, NIGMA are just a better team going into this based on power level in the recent series they've played compared to Secret. But I loved Secret's lineup in itself, and I saw what it would do against NIGMA's composition. I just wasn't sure they were going to be able to execute it, but they played good Dota this series, or this game so far at least.
Just weird to see it back in the mid. Ever since he got that turtle cosmetic, it's just been an offlaner. But Enigma.
But he dove really deep and got totally out of position. Just some really good footwork to get him out of trouble there. Skewer again into top.
Yeah.
Kora might die here, actually. I think he's
Tier
dead.
1 tower. Fairy Fire is not going to be enough.
Charges.
Likely a couple more right clicks. And Matu gets the first blood. I was going to mention how somehow it's like a 50-50 chance every cast he starts working on his Aghanim Scepter. He's going to pop that ult now. Weeha smoked up. Looking for potential initiation.
Daggron's
Mind
high could
control
be
has
big.
the blink ravage. There it is. Onto all 5 members of Secret. Matu in the meantime is going to be helped out with this black hole. They're going to take out the Tidehunter pretty much right away as the Aegis still on the ground. Nisha able to pick it up just at the last second. Weeha melts, and Secret are just overrunning NIGMA despite the amazing initiation from Mind Control. It matters not. Tier 2
what if
tower
Great
at
Cleave had a
half health
cooldown, huh?
already. Control available with that blink ravage. It's going to connect onto 2.
Nice.
Matu is done.
That was
No
very good.
Aegis. It is on Nisha right now. Might have to expend it here though. He's just going to get right click down relatively easily from NIGMA's perspective. On the side, oh, Puppy gets scanned out. They know that he's in this vicinity. Jump back in. BKB pop by Nisha along with the Exorcism. No buyback onto Sven. They're fighting 4v5. They're very confident right now. As Zai alive right now, as Yapsor continuing to try to run away. Took the arrow. Not exactly what he's probably looking for there, but either way, it'll be a 2-for-1. NIGMA trying to continue the chase here. Arrow's not going to connect from the backside. Miracle pops the drum. Zai blinks away to safety. Can find one more kill. This will be huge. Diffusal Blade, but there's the Atos to cancel that TP. A very big kill onto Zai, and of course, earlier Matu.
That was very, very nicely done from NIGMA. The initial jump on the Sven was super crisp. Blink Ravage into Arrow, and it's hard for Puppey to make a counterplay there. That's something that Secret's lineup doesn't have. It doesn't have a save. So the counterplays that they
Nisha.
have are these big ults. Oh, Nisha.
It'll be
Wanted
a
the bounty,
huge
they're
kill.
ready.
Arrow going to be dodged thanks to the Yule. Spear out. Looks like it's going to be the death of Puppey. Matu's there to try to assist, but Nisha is mega dead.
All right.
The rest of Secret have to get the hell out of dodge right now. The Apps are continuing to get chased. I don't.
You got
Eh,
Yule
ooh.
here.
Oh, that was actually a really good tree, but they're going to set this Yule's up into the arrow, and that is another death in favor of NIGMA.
Good play from NIGMA to have the right heroes in the right place there so they didn't get caught.
My control
they're gonna
has the
make their
Blink
move.
Ravage available. Going for the
Blink.
Blink Anchor Smash instead onto Zai. Zai with the Black Hole, but it looks like he's going to get bursted down before he can even use any spells. BKB popped by Matamba Man in the meantime. Buyback now into the Enigma. There's Superman coming into the low ground. Weehaw gets stuck. Attempting to get chased. Oh my god, gets two-shot. Double crit for Matu. Destroys him. Buyback is available. Looks like the Omni Knight will use it instead. Maybe the next nerf is to Daedalus instead. No. Miracle?
Reaction?
Be able to Dark Pack off, but there's a Stormhammer follow. Ravage saves him for now. The GA as well, as now the right-click commands, but Puppey gets the RP, but its Dark Pack is off immediately. Zai looking for the Black Hole. Still trying to find a good one here. Is Miracle finally taken on the backside, but there's the Black Hole completely canceled after half of a second of use. Weehaw, after the buybacks, Enigma has to be really careful here. They're going to lose their Viper and Slark. They do get the Sven.
Oh, MC actually
Matu, a
chased
nice
him down.
consolation
Yeah.
prize. And Atos. Scaring Matu into using that BKB, but there comes the initiation with that ultimate BKB to dodge the Ravage. Mind Control now on the run. Right clicks will commence on the Miracle. The Cleave, Daedalus again coming to help Team Secret as Matu continuing the pressure now into Weehaw, as this should be a freebie Roche.
What an absolute.
I remember back in the day when God's Strength used to be dispellable.
Yeah,
Look
true.
at him now.
I've actually
He's
been
come so
thinking
far,
about that
Cinder.
too. He used to counter Sven by buying Diffusal, and he just purged his ult. Same with Broodmother.
Yep, that is
Those
true.
were the days.
They're gonna.
Because we're kind of seeing the repeat of game 1 here. Matu? He has Aegis.
Still has Aegis.
That's a
RP,
terrible RP.
was used, but the Kraken Shell dispels it pretty much immediately. There's the Zai Black Hole onto just Miracle, but it should be enough for the kill, and they know he doesn't have buyback, and that should be the beginning of the end for Team Enigma in this series. 5 versus 3, they're going to continue on. Weehaw looks to be next. We'll get Viper struck by Rubik himself. And down he goes.
And even if that RP didn't work out the way Puppey hoped, game is over. GG.
GG is called. Mind Control with a victorious Ravage, although it's in defeat, so maybe not so much. As Secret 2-0 their way to victory for this series. And again, in terms of the standings, this makes it a little bit more interesting in terms of the top 4. Both teams still in the top 4. So nothing changes in that regard, but Secret starting to gain leverage. Leverage isn't the right word, but starting to gain traction into
Yep.
securing that top 4 finish for this.
For sure.
group
And it's
stage.
not just the win, it's also how they look today. I think they've not really been playing their best, I would say, in the last couple of series we've seen them in. I also don't think this was...